Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Darcy Justin, and this is Love Your Midlife. And this morning we are having coffee and we are talking about how we do our morning routine. So I hope that you will stick around. I have a few tips, a little bit of advice, and I'd love for you to comment below how you'd like to change your morning around to make it a little bit better. And I hope you will subscribe to the channel. We have all kinds of videos all the time coming out about our midlife. All right, let me get a sip of coffee. Okay, so first of all, I have a disclaimer. I am not a morning person. I am not a morning person. And it's so funny. We got this dog, and our dog is a female, and she's not a morning person. I was like, that's so perfect. She doesn't care when she gets up. She's just so happy to just be laying around in the morning. So I've really had to change a few things about my thoughts and how I wanted to be more productive and how I wanted to feel better about my day. I think when you start your morning off with fun and excitement and you're organized and you know what you're doing, it follows down, it trickles down throughout the rest of your day. When you get up and you're unorganized and you don't know what you're doing and you don't make your bed and you're not organized, you don't have any kind of things planned, that's okay. I mean, if you're in retirement and that's what you want, but that doesn't work for me. I feel actually kind of bad at the end of the day. I feel like, wow, I really didn't handle this day as well as I could have. So for me, um, I like to get up pretty early. I get up around 6 or 6:30. I love to lay in bed and stretch. I think it feels really great. A lot of times I will meditate in bed, pray in bed, and often list out the things that I'm grateful for before I even get out of bed. And the reason I do that is because once I get up and I get going, the phone rings or this happens or that happens. So that's my quiet time. And I like it because I'm very focused. There's no one in front of me, there's no one talking to me. I'm just very quiet there. And I like that quite a bit. The other thing I like to do in the morning is make my bed. Now, I know that sounds a little anal for some of you, but it's a wonderful feeling to start your day with this feeling of making something look really good. So I have a big bed, but I still make it every day and throw some pillows on it. And it feels really good, especially when you walk in at the end of the day. There's not that messy bed with stuff everywhere. It just looks nice and neat. And that's totally, totally up to you and what you think is important. So that's one thing I like to do that makes me feel good. And again, we're talking about things that make us feel good, productive, and wonderful. The other thing that I started doing is when I get up and I get going, is I go and have a couple of minutes in front of the mirror before I get dressed, before I do anything else. And I look in the mirror and I make sure that I tell myself that I love myself. I'm proud of myself. I feel really good about myself. And it's a little conversation you can have with you every morning, whatever you want to tell yourself. Maybe you want to give yourself a hug. Maybe you had a really bad week. But stopping and doing this can really help change so many things in your life. When you're willing to look at yourself in the mirror and have a little teeny tiny conversation with you about what you're grateful for, what you love. We just did the body image challenge. Maybe you're grateful for your body or what you're doing with your body. It's just a wonderful practice to do. And I guarantee you, if you do it for 30 days, you will have a little bit of a different mindset about yourself. Believe it or not, unless we're putting on makeup, a lot of us do not want to look in the mirror and really think about who we are, where we're going, what we want. It seems like maybe it's just all too much. I'm going to suggest that you do that and change that about your day. I used to have my coffee in the morning. I need some more coffee. And get on my phone and get on the news and talk to my husband and kind of hope for the best. Hope that I would work out, hope that I would have some goals. And you know what? It just didn't work out. And during COVID, everything was completely upside down, wasn't it? So many of us didn't have to go anywhere. We didn't have to shower. We didn't have to get dressed. Yes, I definitely wore my pajamas a few days till noon. I think we were all guilty of that. And then I realized that I'm not having the kind of mornings that I want to have. And I'll tell you what, if you get up and you get going and you have a routine in the morning, it will change your entire day. It will change your entire week because you will feel very differently about yourself. So one of the things that I had to change is I had to get up in the morning and just say, I'm going to go work out. I don't work out because I love it. I don't work out because I want to be thin. I work out because I know it's good for me, like eating good food or whatever. So, whenever you need to have your exercise during the day, it's really important that it's a routine and that it's a priority. The biggest anti aging thing you can do, 40s, 50s, 60s, even 70s, 80s, for heaven's sakes, is exercise and stay strong and stay fit. This country has an enormous amount of hip replacements and knee surgeries and all kinds of stuff. And I wonder sometimes if it's because we just don't stay fit. We just don't take care of our bodies. So for me, taking care of my body is a priority. Being strong is a priority. Not falling is a priority. These are things that are very, very important to me. So I get up, I go to the gym, and sometimes I am half asleep. I am not kidding you. I'm not even thinking about the gym. I get up, I put my clothes on, I go, and once I'm there, I feel good. And when I get back, I feel even better. I'm so glad that I went to the gym and I check that box. Now, there are days when I don't go to the gym, I do a walk, I do something else, but if it's not planned and it's not on my schedule, I usually blow it off. I don't know about you, but it's so easy to get involved in a bunch of other things. So that works really, really well for my morning routine. Usually when I get home from the gym, that's when I have coffee or coffee. I'm not a big breakfast person. I never have been. But after I work out, I will have a protein shake. And there are a lot of different variations of that. You can find lots and lots of different recipes. If you're not a big breakfast person, that's an easy thing to do. You can get fruit and protein and fiber, and there's so many wonderful things you can put into a shake. And then you just have it for the whole day. So that works out really well for me. I'm not a big egg fan. I don't like eating a lot in the morning. It makes me um, non-energized. It takes away my energy if I eat a lot in the morning. So I would say all of that can be done in a very, very short amount of time. And normally I'm home from the gym by 7:30 and I've got an entire morning to shower, get ready, no matter what I'm going to do. I have all of that set and ready to go. Um, the other thing I think that's really important is that you do have your schedule for the day. And I'm going to do some other videos about setting up schedules and goals. Some of us do really well with goals and schedules, and some of us don't. And I get that. I am definitely Sagittarius. I like to color outside of the lines. I am not one that likes everything set in stone, but I am finding as I get older, it brings me a lot more peace. I get a lot more done. So I do have my goals for the day. I do have the things that I want to accomplish for the week. And I do try to stick to that as best as I can, and working in all kinds of other fun things, which we really, really need. Lunch with friends, walking the dog. Don't forget to schedule, when you're scheduling your days, don't forget to schedule time with friends and family. And don't just make it all work, 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 work. Don't just make it all stuff that you do around your house. To have friends, you have to be a friend. So don't forget that important piece of when you're thinking about what you want to do. And the other thing I do that saves me a lot of time in the morning is if I'm out working in the yard at night. I think a lot of you know I'm a big gardener, and I love to go out and garden at night in the summertime. It's summertime here in the United States. I shower at night. And that really can save you a lot of time. So, depending on your hair and what you like to do with yourself, showering at night can also save you a lot of time, especially if you're going to get up and go to the gym, or if you're going to get up and work out. A lot of times, that can save you some time. And sometimes it helps me sleep better too if I shower at night. So, I hope that you will think about your morning routine. How could you be a little bit more productive? Remember that a lot of times organization, like keeping our bedroom picked up, making our bed, can make us feel better. A lot of times meditation in the morning, prayers or journaling can help us feel more centered. And we do have some mini midlife meditations actually on the Love Your Midlife playlist. So I do have a couple of ones that are probably very appropriate for the morning. So if that's something that you would like to do, that actually gets your head in a completely different place in the morning. So I hope that you'll remember to do that. I hope that you'll remember to look in the mirror and tell yourself how beautiful you are and how wonderful you are, and that you're safe, you're loved, you're needed, and everything should feel wonderful. I would really recommend that you put your hand over your heart, feel your heart energy, open up your intuition for the day. There's nothing better than doing that. Please include some exercise during your day, sometime during your day, and a lot of times it needs to be something that's scheduled, or we just don't do it. We find other things to do. So I hope that you will do that. I hope that you'll find ways to maybe have some goals or some things that you want to accomplish during the day, if that'll make you feel better about your day and better about what's going on in your life. So those are some things I wanted to share with you about having a powerful morning routine. And I hope that you find yours. Maybe you already have. That's wonderful. A lot of times we need to change things up a little bit. So if you need to do that, I hope that you do that too. So I will see you soon. Bye, loves.